What's up, my friends? Matt Hall here from the Network Marketing Mastery Podcast. And in today's video, I want to share with you a strategy of how you can really explode, really grow your volume at the very end of the month. First tip. Today is the 14th of the month, and I'm already thinking about the end of the month. So be prepared. Realize that one of the most important things that you do as a leader in your network marketing business is you create culture. Okay, you create culture. If you have a culture in your team of sitting back at the last week of the month and thinking, okay, we've done as much as we can do, fantastic, then obviously you're not going to see much growth in the last week of the month. If you have a culture of teaching people in your events or in your presentations, hey, let's wait until the first of the month for you to sign up so that you can have a full first month right off the bat, you want to be very, very careful of that. That's going to drag not only you, but your whole team moving forward, because that person will duplicate the behavior that they saw you do when you brought them in, right? So everything that we do duplicates. Sometimes people will say, Matt, do you think I should sign up today? It's the 29th of the month, or do you think I should wait till the 1st? My answer is always to get the person signed up that day as fast as humanly possible. So that's my first tip, is to recognize that the culture that you create impacts much more than just you and the person in front of you. It impacts in a real way hundreds and thousands of people as you continue to grow your business. So be very, very careful about the culture that you're creating. Be very aware of the patterns that you create through your actions when you're helping people get started. Next piece of culture that I want to share with you is in my team, we've created a culture that anybody who's a leader, anybody who's building the business, they place their monthly auto ship order before the 15th of the month. Now that is strategic, and our company gives us a promotion to help kind of push people to make that happen. But even for those who aren't getting that promotion, that they're not buying enough to get that promotion, I still really stress with our team a culture of, if you're building the business, you do your order before the 15th of the month. Why is that? I know right now is the 14th, tomorrow's the 15th. I know that by tomorrow, I can see probably 70% or 80% of the people on my team who are going to do an auto ship, they've already put their auto ship into the system. And so I know, okay, and customers as well, customers who are on an auto ship, I can see, okay, this is about where we're at volume wise. These are the gaps for my rank, for my leaders rank advancements. It's much easier to see than if you have a ton of people racing to put in their auto ships, the last couple days of the month. So that procrastination of, I'll just set mine or schedule mine or pay my order at the end of the month, that can, it won't hinder you, but it won't create as much momentum as if you know where you're at, right? So that's another tip around just creating that culture of momentum. Then I learned a strategy from Todd Falcone, a video of his. You can look it up on YouTube, and I've talked about this a couple different times on the podcast, but you can go and find his video as well. It's fantastic. Maybe I'll try to find it and put it in the comments here to this video. But what I do as soon as the last week of the month starts, okay, anywhere from 7 to 5 days away from the end of the month, what I do is I log into my virtual office and I start to analyze where I want to create more, right? If you are new to your business, if you're within the first couple of years, then the answer is everywhere. You want to create more everywhere. Our team is so big now that I don't have enough time to do the strategy that I'm going to teach you all over my team, but I teach this strategy to my strongest leaders so that it is happening all over my team, okay? Every single month, in the last 2 or 3 days of the month, we see literally hundreds of thousands of volume flowing in within days, okay? And the reason is we use this tip that I learned from my friend Todd Falcone. So this is what we do. I'll look at a team that I'm wanting to grow, and I'll go as far down as I can. So if I've got my main qualifier, then under them I've got their qualifiers under there. I've got their qualifiers in 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th levels, in depth. I'll go as far as I can in the depth, And I'll find somebody who, you're going to need to kind of make this specific to your comp plan. I'm going to keep it kind of generic in this situation, but let's say you have the first rank advancement from when you sign up is when you create 500 in group volume or team volume, right? What you do is you find somebody who has 300 volume, for example, or 400 volume. You call them up and you said, hey, Johnny, I don't know if you know this. I know you're brand new to the business, but you are literally 100 points or 200, whatever it is, 100 points away from hitting this rank, this new rank advancement. What happens with this new rank advancement? Well, it's the first step in our I'm thinking of the word in Portuguese, carreira, in our plan to help you grow to become the, whatever rank it is that you want to become in our business. The first step is to hit this 500 volume rank. Now, how cool would it be if you hit this in your first month, right? And then you say, hey, all you need to do is sign up one more person, and that's going to push you over the edge and get you to this rank advancement, right? Whatever you call it in your company. Now, what that does is, first of all, it creates a culture. It notifies that person of, hey, at the end of the month, we keep working, we keep running. I'm looking for new business. It starts to put in people's minds that the rank achievement is something that's important and it makes a difference. Even if it doesn't, some of those very beginning ranks, sometimes they don't make a difference in your compensation plan, but they do in this compensation plan, right? Pointing to my head, in your mindset. And so to have momentum of achievement is a super, super powerful thing. Now, and then you get him to buy in. You say, hey, will you close this gap before the end of the month? And if he says, yes, I'm committed to closing this gap, then what you do is you look at the person above him. And let's say this person, including him, they have a team volume of 700. And to get to if they get to 1,000, then they hit a new rank, right? Sometimes these smaller rank advancements we don't even recognize, and it's a huge, huge mistake. So let's say you have somebody who's he needs to hit 1,000 to get to his next achievement. He's at 700 right now. The guy under him, you already convinced him to bring in another 100 or 200 in volume. And so you can go to this guy and say, hey, I don't know if you know this, Jimmy, but you're really close to hitting director or whatever you call that rank in your comp plan. I've already talked to Jimmy and he's committed to bringing in one more person to help him get to whatever rank he's going for. And that would just leave 100 or 200 left for you to push over the top and get to director. Let me tell you a little bit about director. It's the second rank in our company. It's a big sign that you're moving in the right direction. We'd love to recognize you as this rank publicly so that people can see the momentum that you're creating, right? And you create this culture of helping people move forward, right? Then you go to the person above that guy, and maybe he needs 3,000 volume, and maybe he's at 2,000. Now he's got another 300 or 400 coming in from these two guys who are going to race to get their achievement, right? To get 1 or 2 more signups by the end of the month. And you encourage him to push for 3,000, right? See how this works? And so you're creating at the bottom. Todd, he uses the analogy of fire. You don't just go and take a log and light a log on fire, right? Sometimes your main qualifiers or the people that are on your front line, it's like a log, right? And if you were to try to set the log on fire, it's very, very difficult. If you have some gasoline, if you have something that's flammable, sure, you can maybe make it happen, but even then it probably won't sustain on fire. It will burn out as the gasoline burns up, right? But if you grab somebody new, it's like kindling. If you go to the bottom and you create little goals for people to accomplish little things, bring in another 100, 200, 300 volume, or sign up one or 2 or 3 new people within the last week of the month, and you do that with a lot of people, all of the heat from that kindling, these little sticks on fire, will move up and it'll light the bigger sticks on fire, which can light the log on fire. So if you feel like you've got a team that's stagnant, if you feel like you've got a team that's stuck, this is a really, really good strategy. I do this every single month in key places of my team, and I train my leaders to do the same thing. And it literally translates into hundreds of thousands of volume as we get everybody moving towards their rank advancement or progressing. Even if it's not a rank advancement, let's say that you've got a rank that's 3,000 in volume and the next rank is 5,000 in volume. Well, you could say, hey, Jimmy, I know you hit this $3,000 rank last month. Your goal is to get to 5 as soon as possible. This month, you're getting close to 4. That's going to get you halfway there. So why don't we push and get you to 4,000 in volume this month? What do you think? This is what's missing. If you fill this gap, if you sign up one more and Jimmy signs up one more, I've already talked to him, he's willing to do it, then you can make this happen, right? So it creates this collaboration, it creates this momentum, it creates this last minute urgency. And the beautiful thing is the end of the month comes every single month. Some people do not enjoy the end of the month. I thrive on the end of the month because I know that it's a time to build belief. It's a time to show people that they can do more than they thought was possible. And this is one of the ways that we do that. So create this culture. You as the leader, you determine what the culture of your team is going to be like. If you sit back at the end of the month, and culture starts before anybody has signed up on your team. Culture starts with you and your character, okay? So if you yourself, even before you have a team, you commit to this and say, okay, I'm gonna push for a rank that I haven't hit before. I need to sign up 2 more people. I'm gonna get this done, and you make it happen. Then when you bring on a distributor who wants to build with you, you fuel and you create the same concept and same culture in them, and the results can literally be limitless. So I hope that's beneficial to you guys. Create a culture of velocity, create a culture of speed, create a culture of sprinting through the end of the month, and you'll be amazed at what can happen at the end of every single month, okay? And obviously that momentum just bleeds on into the future. So I hope you enjoyed this tip, these few tips, I guess, about creating culture and how to close up the month and really explode your volume at the end of the month, okay? Appreciate you guys. Thanks for listening. Have a great day. Bye.